I'm at my dining table with a cup of Earl Grey, reviewing quarterly reports for the nonprofit I manage. It's Wednesday night, around 9:30. The kind of evening where the only sound is the hum of my laptop and the occasional car passing outside my condo. I've been working in youth advocacy for 6 years now, coordinating programs that help kids in foster care transition to independence. The work is demanding, but it's the first job I've ever had where I feel like I'm doing something that matters. My phone vibrates across the table. Once, then twice more in quick succession. I glance at the screen expecting an email notification or maybe a text from my colleague Maya about tomorrow's board meeting. Instead, it's Instagram, 3 tags from my brother's account. I open the app and immediately see the carousel post. My brother Derek, his wife Christine, and my parents standing in front of a sailboat. Not just any sailboat. A 40-foot yacht with gleaming white fiberglass and polished teak trim. The caption reads, "Early retirement gift for the most amazing parents in the world. Mom and Dad, you've sacrificed everything for us. This is just the beginning. Family first. Blessed. Retirement goals." Posted 2 hours ago. 416 likes. I scroll through the images. My parents on the deck, champagne glasses raised. Derek at the helm grinning. Christine in a sundress, leaning against the rail. Everyone looks delighted. No one mentioned this to me. No one told me they were buying my parents a boat. I keep scrolling through Derek's feed. 3 days ago, a photo at a marina with the caption, "Big surprise in the works for the folks. Can't wait to see their faces." Last week, a family dinner at the Boathouse, an upscale restaurant downtown where entrees start at $45. Everyone's there. My parents, Derek, Christine, my Aunt Helen, my Uncle Paul. Wine bottles on the table, dessert plates. The caption, "Planning something special with the fam." I wasn't invited to that either. The comments are flowing. This is incredible. What amazing kids you are. Your parents raised you right. Family goals, I call Derek. He answers on the 4th ring, and I can hear voices and laughter in the background. Derek. "Hey, what's up?" Me. "I just saw the boat." Derek. "Oh yeah. Isn't it amazing? We've been planning this for months. Christine found this guy who was selling it for a steal." Me. "You didn't tell me." Pause. Derek. "Well, it was kind of my thing. Christine and I wanted to do something special for them." Me. "I would have contributed." Derek. "Honestly, Kat, we didn't think you'd be interested. You've made it pretty clear over the years that you're not really into family stuff." Me. "What are you talking about?" Derek. "Come on. You barely show up to holidays. You don't call. Mom's been saying for years that you've become cold. So we didn't think you'd care." I care. Derek. "Look, I've got people over. Can we talk about this later?" The line goes dead before I can respond. I sit there staring at my phone, trying to figure out when I became the family outcast. I think about the last few years, the holidays I missed because I was working double shifts during budget cuts at the nonprofit. The Sunday dinners I couldn't make because I was facilitating weekend workshops for kids. The birthday parties I skipped because I was testifying at the State House for policy reforms. I thought they understood. I thought they knew the work I was doing mattered. But apparently, what they saw was me not caring, cold-hearted. That's the word Derek used. I call my mother the next morning during my commute. "Mom." "Catherine." "This is a surprise." Me. "I saw the boat." Mom. "Oh, yes. Derek and Christine were very generous." Me. "Why didn't anyone tell me this was happening?" Mom. "Well, dear, you're always so busy. We didn't want to bother you." Me. "Bother me? This is a major purchase for you and Dad. I would have helped." "Would you?" "Because I seem to remember you telling us you couldn't afford to chip in for your father's surgery last year." My grip tightens on the steering wheel. Me. "I said I couldn't give you $10,000 cash on 2 days' notice. I offered to set up a payment plan." Mom. And Derek stepped up, like he always does. "He's just more family-oriented than you are, Catherine." "That's not a criticism. It's just a fact." Me. "I'm not cold-hearted." Mom. "I didn't say you were. But you have to admit, you've distanced yourself, and that's fine. You're focused on your career. We understand. but don't be surprised when we move on without you." She hangs up. I sit in my car in the parking garage for 10 minutes before I can bring myself to go inside. 5 weeks later, I'm at my desk when I get a call from a number I don't recognize, local area code. I answer that voice. "Is this Catherine Brennan?" Me. "Yes, who's calling?" Voice. "This is Olivia Chen from First Union Bank. I'm calling regarding the account held by Richard and Diane Brennan. You're listed as an emergency contact." My parents. Me. "Is everything okay?" Olivia. "I'm not at liberty to discuss specific account details, but I wanted to let you know that we've sent several notices regarding overdue payments on their home equity loan. The account is currently 93 days delinquent and we're initiating foreclosure proceedings." Me. "What?" Olivia. "I'm required to inform all listed contacts before we move forward. If the outstanding balance of $47,800 isn't paid within 30 days, the property will be sold at auction." Me. "There has to be some mistake." My parents don't have money problems. Olivia. "Ma'am, I can only tell you what the account shows. The loan was taken out 18 months ago, and payments have been irregular for the past year. We've tried to contact Mr. and Mrs. Brennan multiple times, but they haven't responded to our attempts to arrange a repayment plan." I thank her and hang up. Then I sit there, trying to process what I just heard. $47,000, 93 days, delinquent. Foreclosure. I call my brother. Derek. "Hey, what's up?" Me. "Did you know Mom and Dad are about to lose the house?" Silence. Derek. "What are you talking about?" Me. "The bank just called me. They're 93 days behind on a home equity loan. $47,000 overdue." Derek. "That's not possible. They just retired. They have savings." Me. "Apparently not." Derek. "Shit." Me. "How much did that boat cost?" Derek. "Cat." Me. "How much, Derek?" Derek. $60,000. "But that was a gift. That was from me and Christine. That has nothing to do with." Me. "They're losing their house." Derek. "I didn't know. They never said anything." I hang up. I drive to my parents' house that evening, the house where I grew up, a modest ranch style in a subdivision built in the 80s. The lawn needs mowing. There's a crack in the driveway that's gotten wider since the last time I was here. The paint on the shutters is peeling. I ring the doorbell. Dad answers. He's in jeans and a Purdue sweatshirt, holding a beer, and when he sees me, his expression shifts from confusion to something like, "Dread, Dad. Cat, we weren't expecting you." Me. "I need to talk to you and Mom, Dad. Now's not a great..." Me. "The bank called me about the house." His face goes pale. Me. "Can I come in?" He steps aside. Mom's in the living room, folded into the corner of the couch with a blanket over her lap and the TV on. When she sees me, she reaches for the remote and mutes it. Mom. Catherine. Me. "Why didn't you tell me you were in trouble?" Mom. "We're not in trouble." Me. "You're 3 months behind on a $47,000 loan and the bank is foreclosing. That's the definition of trouble." Dad sits down heavily in his recliner. "We're handling it." Me. "How?" "How are you handling it?" Mom. "We don't need to explain ourselves to you." Me. "Yes, you do. Because apparently I'm the emergency contact, which means the bank thinks I'm responsible if you default." Dad. "We're not going to default. We just need a little more time." Mia. "Time for what? Where's the money going to come from?" They look at each other. Mom. "We took out the loan to help Derek with his business." Me. "What?" Mom. "He was expanding. He needed capital. The banks wouldn't give him a loan, so we used the house as collateral. He was supposed to pay us back within a year, but things got delayed. He's working on it." Me. "He just bought you a $60,000 boat." Dad. "That was a gift." "That's different." Me. "No, it's not. He owes you $47,000, and instead of paying you back, he bought you a boat you can't afford to dock or maintain. And now you're about to lose your house." Mom. "Derek is trying. His business hit some rough patches. He'll pay us back when he can." Me. "When? After you're homeless?" Mom. "Don't be dramatic." Me. "Did you ask him to help? Does he even know the house is in foreclosure?" Dad. "We didn't want to put that on him. He's dealing with a lot right now." Me. but it's fine to put it on me. Mom, we didn't put anything on you. You're the one who showed up here uninvited. I stand there, looking at my parents, these people who raised me, who taught me to be responsible and independent and self-sufficient, and I realize they've been drowning for months while pretending everything is fine. Me. How much do you have in savings? That's private. Me. Dad, how much? Dad. About 8,000. Me. That's it? Mom. We had more, but there were expenses. Medical bills. The new roof last year. Your father's truck needed transmission work. Me. So you're 39,000 short. Neither of them answers. Me. What's your plan? Mom. We're going to refinance. Me. With what credit? If you're in default, no bank is going to refinance you. Dad. We'll figure it out. Me. When? You have 30 days. Mom. Catherine, we appreciate your concern, but this isn't your problem to solve. Me. Then whose problem is it? Because it's not Derek's, apparently. Mom. Stands up, the blanket falling to the floor. Don't you dare. Derek has been nothing but supportive. He's the one who calls every week. He's the one who includes us in his life. You're the one who can't be bothered to show up unless there's a crisis. Me. I show up. Mom. When? When was the last time you came to Sunday dinner? Or called just to say hello? You're so focused on saving everyone else's kids that you forgot about your own family. Me. That's not fair. Mom. Isn't it? You've built this whole life where you're the hero for strangers, but you can't spare an hour for your own parents, so forgive us if we didn't think to include you in family decisions. You made it pretty clear we're not a priority. The words land like stones. Me. I'm trying to help. Mom. We don't want your help. We want you to leave. I look at my father. He won't meet my eyes. I leave. I don't sleep that night. I lie in bed staring at the ceiling, replaying the conversation, trying to figure out how I became the villain in a story where my parents are about to lose their house because they enabled my brother's failing business. At 3 a.m, I get up and open my laptop. I pull my own financial records, look at my savings, my retirement account, the emergency fund I've been building for years. I have $62,000 liquid, enough to save the house with money to spare. I sit there for a long time, cursor blinking, then I close the laptop. Derek calls me on Saturday afternoon. Derek. Mom told me you came by. Me. Yeah, Derek. She said you were pretty. Harsh. Me. She said I was cold-hearted. Again. Derek. Sighs. Look, I know you're upset. Me. Are you going to pay them back? Derek. I'm working on it. The business is finally turning around. I just need a few more months. Me. They don't have a few more months. They have 3 weeks before the bank forecloses. Derek. I know. I'm trying to figure something out. Me. Can you pay them? Derek. Not all at once. But I can start making payments. Me. That's not good enough. Derek. Then what do you want me to do, Kat? I don't have $47,000 sitting in my bank account. Me. But you had $60,000 for a boat. Derek. That was different. That was a gift. That was from our savings. Me. You could have given them the money instead of the boat. Derek. I didn't know they were in trouble. They never told me. Me. Because they didn't want to burden you. But apparently it's fine to burden me. Derek. No one's burdening you. You're not responsible for this. Me. The bank seems to think I am. Derek. So what are you going to do? Me. I don't know yet. Derek. Kat, come on. You make good money. You don't have kids. You could help them. And there it is. The unspoken expectation that, because I chose a different life, no spouse, no children, a career instead of a family, my money is somehow more available. More expendable. Me, that I could. But I'm not sure I will. Derek. Are you serious? Me. You borrowed almost $50,000 from them and spent the repayment money on a boat. Why should I fix your mistake? Derek. It's not about me. It's about Mom and Dad. Me. Then sell the boat. Give them the money. Derek. I can't do that. Me. Why not? Derek. Because it's registered in their name. It's their gift. If I sell it, they'll be humiliated. Me. And if they lose the house? Silence, Derek. You're really not going to help? Me. I didn't say that. I said I'm not sure. Because for years, I've been told I'm too distant, too cold, not family-oriented enough. And now, suddenly, I'm the only one everyone's looking at to fix this. Derek. That's not fair. Me. No, it's not. I hang up. I spend the next week doing research. I look up the market value of the boat. Turns out it's worth about $55,000 in current condition. Derek overpaid, or he's lying about the price. I pull the county records on my parents' house. The property is worth about $320,000. If it goes to foreclosure auction, they'll lose all the equity, probably $250,000 or more. I call a real estate attorney I know through work. Attorney. Your parents have options. They could do a short sale, negotiate with the bank, maybe even file for bankruptcy protection to stop the foreclosure. Me. But, attorney, but all of those options take time and cooperation, and from what you're telling me, they're not interested in facing reality. Me. No, they're not. Attorney. Then they'll lose the house. And once it's gone, there's no getting it back. I thank her and hang up. That night, I call my parents. Dad answers. Catherine, me, I'll pay off the loan. Silence. Dad. What? Me. I'll give you the $47,000. But there are conditions. Dad. Conditions? Me. Derek pays me back. Not you. Him. The loan was for his business, so he owes the money. I want a promissory note, signed and notarized, stating that he'll repay the full amount at 5% interest over 5 years. If he misses a payment, the balance becomes due immediately, and I have the right to pursue legal action. Dad. Kat, that's me. Non-negotiable. I'm not giving you this money so Derek can walk away free. He created this mess. He's responsible for fixing it. Dad. I need to talk to your mother. Me. You have 48 hours. After that, the offer expires. My mother calls me the next day. Mom. Derek says you're trying to destroy his family. Me. Derek owes you $47,000. I'm offering to cover it so you don't lose the house. How is that destroying anyone? Mom. You're demanding he sign a contract like he's some kind of criminal. Me. He's not a criminal. But he is someone who borrowed money and didn't pay it back. The contract protects everyone. Mom. You're being cruel. Me. I'm being practical. Mom. This is exactly what I'm talking about. You're so cold. You can't just help your family without making it transactional. Me. You're right. I can't. Because every time I've helped in the past, covering rent, lending money, picking up tabs at dinner, it's disappeared into a void. No one pays me back. No one says thank you. And when I don't show up for a party or a dinner, I'm the one who's cold. Mom. So this is revenge? Me. No, this is a boundary. Mom. Well, Derek refuses to sign. And frankly, I don't blame him. Me. Then you'll lose the house. Mom. Maybe that's what you want. Maybe you want us to fail so you can feel superior. Me. Mom. She hangs up. 3 days later, I get a text from Derek at 11:30 at night. I'll sign. I call him immediately. Derek. I talked to Christine. She pointed out that if I don't do this, Mom and Dad will be homeless, and we'll probably end up having to support them. So fine. I'll sign your contract, me. Okay, Derek. But I want you to know this changes things between us, me. It was already changed. Derek, you just didn't notice. Derek, what's that supposed to mean? Me. It means I've been here the whole time, working, living my life, trying to do good work in the world, and somehow that translated to me being cold and distant and not caring about family. But when there's a crisis, I'm the one everyone expects to fix it. Derek, that's not me. It is. And I'm done pretending it's not. Derek, so what? You're cutting us off? Me. No, I'm just not going to be the family ATM anymore. You're the scapegoat. I'll help this time, because it's the right thing to do. But after this, you're on your own. Derek. Fine. Me. Fine. We meet 2 days later at a notary's office downtown. Derek signs the promissory note. I write a check to my parents for $47,800. My mother isn't there. My father shakes my hand, thanks me quietly, and leaves. Derek doesn't say anything. 6 months later, the first payment arrives on time, $927, then the second payment, and the third. Derek doesn't call. Doesn't text. We don't speak at all. My parents send me a Christmas card with a generic message and no personal note. I send one back. I don't go to Sunday dinners. Don't get invited to family events. Don't see the photos on social media anymore because I've muted their accounts. And you know what? I'm okay. I'm better than okay. Because I've learned something important. You can't force people to see your value. You can't make them understand that your absence at dinner doesn't mean you don't care. It means you're building something meaningful. Somewhere else. You can't explain. That being financially stable doesn't make you selfish. It makes you responsible, and you can't change people who've decided you're the villain in their story just because you refuse to keep playing the hero in theirs. So I stopped trying. I kept doing my work. Kept helping kids who needed someone in their corner. Kept building a life that felt authentic and purposeful and mine. And when people asked me about my family, I smiled and said, "We're figuring things out." Because that's the truth. We are figuring things out, just not together. 1 year later, I get a phone call from my father on a Tuesday evening. "Dad, Catherine, I wanted you to know something." Me. "Okay. Dad, Derek paid off the loan early. He refinanced his business, got a better deal, and he paid you the full balance. You should see the transfer in a few days." Me. "Oh, that's good." "Dad, he's doing better. The business is finally profitable, and he wanted me to tell you he's sorry for how he acted." Me. "He can tell me himself if he wants to." "Dad, he will, eventually. He's proud, Kat, like you." Me. "Dad, I never wanted this to be a fight." "Dad, I know. And your mother knows too, even if she won't say it. You did a good thing. You saved the house. You could have walked away and you didn't." Me. "I didn't do it for thanks." "Dad, I know. But you have it anyway." We talk for a few more minutes. Small talk, safe talk. Then we hang up. 3 days later, the money appears in my account. All of it. Plus interest. I sit there looking at the number, feeling something I didn't expect. Not satisfaction, not vindication, just relief. Because it's over. The debt is paid, the boundary held, and I'm still here, still standing, still okay. Here's what I want you to understand. Setting boundaries with family doesn't make you cold. It makes you healthy. And sometimes, the people who love you will punish you for those boundaries. They'll call you selfish or harsh or uncaring. But the truth is, you can love people and still refuse to set yourself on fire to keep them warm. That's not cruelty. That's survival. Have you ever been called cold-hearted for protecting yourself? Tell me your story in the comments. I want to hear it. If this resonated, hit subscribe. Next time, I'm sharing the story about the family vacation I wasn't invited to, and the surprise bill that showed up 6 months later with my name on it. See you soon.